What is up, everybody? Welcome back to GG's, the show for girls and guys. Wow, I sang that pretty good for not really having a voice.
I know. Both of us are unwell after the long weekend. Usually we'll record on Monday, and we have Monday off because it's President's Day.
Thank you, President.
And I want to say probably half of the day went by, 3/4 of the day went by, and neither one of us had any communication with the other. And I was like, okay, like cat's in a bad spot, and so am I. So then, like, I think probably like 4 o'clock rolled around, and usually we'll shoot at like 6, 7, and it was like, we're not recording today, right?
I was like, can you do tomorrow? He was like, phew.
I was like, fuck yeah, I can. I do not want to do today.
But it was
if we
funny
do today, it's gonna be a terrible podcast.
I was like, I don't even have a voice, and then he goes, I'm so sick. And then today I was like, were you sick or hungover? He's like, a little bit of both.
It was way more hungover than sick, but yeah.
Everybody's sick right now.
Well, this is what happens. Everyone. Valentine's Day comes. Everyone sucks face, and they get sick. That's what happens. I do not feel well.
What is going around right now? Is it like one thing, or is it just a bunch of different stuff?
I don't know. For me, I'm not even like sick. I'm just hungover. Like for me, it's I can't expect my body to recover well when I do Thursday night drinking, Friday night drinking, Saturday night drinking, Sunday night drinking. Like, you go 4 days in a row with Friday, all of Friday being centered around drinking and all of Saturday. It's like my body's, it's going to just beat the crap out of me when it's time for the weekend to be over.
I just realized I did a 3-day bender this weekend.
There we go. Yeah. There we go, baby.
It's not sustainable, clearly.
No. My friends, who I would say are like just as bad as me, we all had work this morning. And like in the group chat, it was like, we got to change our lifestyle, right? And I was like, no, we're good. We're good. Like, we feel bad now.
When you go out with your guy friends, do you do a guy FaceTime the morning after with the whole group? Because I do that with my girlfriends every time the morning after we go out. Like, the first person that revives the group chat in the morning, it's like I immediately call the whole group. And it's like a 5-person FaceTime.
Yeah. Well, for us, it's like, let's go get breakfast. Or if it's FaceTime, it's the whole group. Or I like to go one by one. Like before we get the whole FaceTime going with the whole group.
Interesting.
I like to talk to everybody individually and be like, what happened with that person? What happened with this person? We got to call this person because I don't know what happened with them. So I'm very active on the next morning. I actually have it to hot. It's not even a hot take. Everyone's gonna agree. I think one of my favorite things in the world is trying to piece together the night before.
Oh, 100%.
Like the morning after.
I think it's funny you're the roll call officer.
I am. I kind of get up and like, is everyone all right? Are we fine?
Chad,
like, did everyone?
Brad here, Jake here. Oz.
No, it was. I mean, this weekend we had at least 2 mornings of that, and it was just like, I don't even want to call him. I don't know if he made it. But again, a long weekend. I was talking about this earlier. A long weekend is such a double-edged sword. It's like, of course I'm happy that we have a long weekend, but at the same time, it's like Sunday rolls around and you have Monday off.
Like, Saturday.
God damn it, I gotta go out. I gotta go out again tonight.
It's like you're gonna use up that time. The decision is, are you gonna use up that time responsibly?
And responsibly is going out. So
I think that's the split between young 20s and old 20s. 25 and under went out on Sunday night, and 25 and up, or 25 and a half and up, didn't.
Yeah, that feels fair. I mean, I don't. I'm about to hit my wall in New York. I've been here for about 6-7 weeks, and
that feels about right.
Basically, I've gone out, every.
You haven't
Friday,
taken a weekend off?
Saturday. No, I have not taken a weekend off now. I'm not going to either until my body makes me. So how about that, world? Suck on that.
Take that. Immune system.
Yeah.
Technically, you're just making yourself stronger.
Well, I don't know. That feels wrong, but I mean, I'd like to look at it like that. So yeah, we'll say that it's, I'm just helping myself. I'm strengthening myself.
I love repiecing the morning after. I rarely remember everything by myself, but then the second someone mentions something, then I remember that whole entire piece of the night. Like I wake up
That
with
must
like
be
one
nice.
puzzle piece, but then everybody else brings the other ones, and then I'm like, oh, this picture, yes, okay, it all makes sense. But I rarely get the whole story together.
Yeah, no, not me. It's usually like, oh, I did that. I don't remember that. I'm just kidding. The real issue,
I,
and
I know.
it's
No, this is so bad. I was so good all weekend. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, all day. I started at noon. And I can't do this. Like this isn't me. I started at noon. I'm so good the whole day. Mixing in waters, just having a couple and having some food. I had chicken nuggets like ready to go. And then Saturday night, I something happened and I it was just lights off. It was not
yeah.
gradual. It was just
Hell yeah,
lights off.
baby.
I
Yes.
slept with my Spanx leather shiny leggings on. Anybody that
Yes.
knows that is like it's pretty much the same as like wrapping yourself up in squeaky saran wrap and sleeping with that on the entire night over the covers.
That's sick. That is
Like
so
that is the
sick.
most repulsive thing I've ever done. But my drunk mentality was this is the only outfit I have and I'm going to have to put it back on in the morning and the only thing that's less worse than doing that is just to sleep with it on.
That is really
Awful.
an
Above the
image, huh?
covers, just awful.
Oh.
And the other thing too, every time I go out, I just wake up with bruises. Every time, even when I don't even have a hard night, there's just random bruises, and I don't know where they come from. Every time.
That is insane.
You don't
That-
wake
I
up
don't
with
even understand that.
bruises?
Sometimes I don't get like bruise. I don't think
You
I've
don't
had a
bruise
bruise.
easily. I bruise
Oh.
really easily, and I just wake up and they're everywhere.
I kind of feel like girls just bruise really easily. I feel like my friends that are girls always have like bruises. Maybe I don't know if that's a that's a bad.
That could come out wrong. Don't
hope-
clip that one. Don't clip that one.
I hope they're all right.
Wait, but what'd you do this weekend?
Clip that.
Weekend
Uh,
recaps.
Yeah, I'll do a quick weekend.
We have to do weekend
wow.
recap because the weekend's why we feel like shit.
My weekend was really intense. So my friend flew in from Atlanta, and so I was like, he had never been in New York City before. He went when he was really young, so he didn't really remember it. He only like remembers Times Square. I'm like, oh shit, like I gotta give him a really good trip.
Everybody that goes to New York when they're little just remembers Times Square, and that's all you think
Yeah.
of when you think of New York.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I went to the M&M store.
Yeah,
which
the
is
older,
actually
the old
gas.
candy store.
Yeah,
I don't think it's there
so
anymore. The
he
one
c-
with the Ferris wheel. I don't think it's there anymore.
no idea. I never go to Times Square, and that's gonna be like a classic. Oh, I don't go to Times Square thing.
Yeah, but then one night you'll end up driving through it like accidentally, and you'll be like, "What has this driver done?"
Yeah, I mean, I don't hope for that day. Thursday, he works from my apartment. I go into work. He gets out at like 4:35 because he just like had a light day. I'm like, come meet me outside of my work. We'll go right to the bars. So it's like 6:00. We get out of work. We
Wasting no time.
wasted zero time. Get to the bars, have like 4 beers.
Sick.
We're like, all right, let's start walking back. We pass this other place. We're like, let's go get an espresso martini.
Sick.
We pass one more place. We're like, all right, like we're already in. We get another one. We're hammered on the train home.
H1N1.
We like pick up a 6-pack of beers.
Nice.
This restaurant offered to, invite me in for a free dinner or whatever. We go and we have this free dinner. It's like it's a chef's tasting menu.
Not a big deal.
We eat way too much of the first course. Third course, we're about ready to shit our pants and throw up all over the place. The food was great. The food was really good, but I was just like, and we were hammered too because we just kept getting drinks. So we like try to rally. We go to some
Happens.
bar. We end up staying out, which I don't really know how we did. I was pretty in and out. Stay out until 3 a.m. on a Thursday. Go to bed, wake up. We're like, wow, we're both so hungover. Like, do you want to go get some beers?
Hair of the dog.
Fast forward. We'll
We're
fast
getting
forward.
a full itinerary.
No, I'll get through it. So Friday, whatever, we drink. I honestly I don't
Like the
remember.
punchline is coming. We're just gonna have to.
Just gonna have to clip all. You're gonna have to cut all this. Just cut to this part. Friday, I could not tell you where I was. Saturday, we wake up. This
That's
is the
just
issue.
Friday's over. If Friday just came and went, okay.
Well, I mean, it basically did from my memory.
Okay.
So
Fair.
Saturday comes around, and I get a DM, and it's from this bar near me, and it's like, hey, we have this après ski party. Don't know what après ski is. I'm like, oh, this is sick. They're like, yeah, if you come, you can drink, like shots are free, like whatever. The issue with New York culture, and actually the beauty of it, is that Saturday is bottomless. Like that's how you start your day.
Yeah.
Which means for anyone who doesn't know, you have about 90 minutes. You can drink as many mimosas as you want. So me and my friend go meet up with a couple other people, and they're late to the bottomless. And so we're sitting there, and we're like, well, we're on the clock, so we got to get going. And my friend has never really done bottomless before. And so, like, they literally, when you finish the drink, like, they start filling it up again.
To be bottomless.
He rips, like, 7 mimosas in the span of, like, the first 10 minutes. I'm like, dude, you're going to be so hammered. He's like, match me. Okay. So I drink like 5 or 6. I'm hammered. He's fine. We go from bottomless. And at this point, it's tough when you start to really, fade out your memory at like 1 p.m. Like we had only been up for about 2.5 hours, and I'm already like, don't remember anything.
The day's over.
Day's over. Whatever. We go to this après ski party, and I'm like, oh yeah, a couple of my friends are going to come. We get there, and they're like shooting me with this champagne thing, like blaster. They're like, they brought out probably like 30 shots for us. I'm like, I thought we were going to get like 4 shots for free, and then we were just going to like pay for it, whatever. Long story short, I want to say they probably brought us like 70 shots. I had like 10 other friends pull up. We got like 10 pitchers of beer. We did shot skis, which I had never done before. It's like the
so
ski.
Fun.
I actually was thinking when I was there, I was like, I bet you Kat would like this. Aww. I'm not even kidding. I was like, shot skis seems like some shit the Kat would do.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
But it's hard like when you like if I did it with like 3 guys, if I was the shortest one, it's just gonna spill all over you because you just can't get up
exactly.
there.
So long story short, we spent what would have been, but it was free, $1,100 worth of drinks.
Love. Easy money.
Which was not really the coolest thing on my part, but they seemed fine with it. And then the rest of the night was a blur, and Sunday was the same way. So that was my weekend, and I took way too much time. So you go.
But did you have fun?
It was probably my most fun weekend in the city.
What'd you learn? Everything in life's a learning experience. What'd you learn this weekend?
I learned that I can basically put my body through hell for 4 days and make it out the other end.
Okay.
And that's a beautiful thing.
That's good. You'd survive in the desert for 4 days.
No. Well, different, but...
My weekend.
You actually had a big weekend, so my weekend was just me being hammered. Yours was actually important.
This is probably the least dramatic I've been in my entire life when I say this weekend was the best weekend of my life.
Yeah, it looked insane.
It was probably the first weekend where I've been happy the entire time. Everything's gone perfect. And like, when there's big weekends that you're excited for, if it's a birthday, a bachelorette party, like whatever, whenever there's a big weekend you're looking forward to, like it almost never lives up to the hype and the expectations. We talked about this on one episode where it's like the getting ready is always better than the actual thing. This was like the first time in my life that was not the experience, and like the thing was better than all the hype leading up to it, which is crazy. Basically, I went to Ohio. I know what you're thinking. How can you have the best weekend of your life in Ohio? I don't know, but I did. We went to Jake's hockey game. They played Michigan, #1 rival. So think of your school, #1 rival school. The whole rink is sold out. And this rink is bigger than NHL rinks. Like, it is massive. It was so packed. And we actually
Wasn't it an outdoor? It was an outdoor game,
well,
right?
for Thursday night was indoor at their school.
Oh, okay.
So we went to their school first. And it was sold out. It was the sickest thing ever. And they played their rival. It ends up being a 3-3 tied game. Then there's a shootout.
Wait, that's sick.
So sick.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I only knew about the Saturday game.
In shootouts for at least their conference, it's like best of 3. Unless you're tied, then it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Usually he goes third, but they had him go first. So he scored. And then the next 5 guys didn't score. And then they won. So most of like the highlight clips were their goalie saving the last one because he made like a 6 save. And like that's like what won it. But he was the only one that scored, which was crazy. Then Went to bed, wake up, drive to Cleveland, Ohio, because they were playing at the Cleveland Browns Stadium, which is the first time they've ever done that at a football stadium. They did a
That's sick.
family and friends skate. So we got to skate on the ice with the whole team. And it was
That's
just
sick.
like, it felt like a fever dream. Like, it's like you see this stuff in like movies. It started to snow. I was like, this
That's
is
crazy.
the coolest moment of my life.
That is insane.
Then Saturday, they played the outdoor game. It was crazy. They won again.
Jake scored,
Yeah.
and it was sick. And I was watching the game from the bar, and me and all my homies, because I needed to just cling on to something. The game's on. The game is on at the bar, and I'm like,
Which is cool because usually they're not on the TVs at bars.
no, they had it on.
That's
I don't know
sick.
what station it was
It was on Big Ten Network.
Yes. Okay, that's what it was.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, of course, I just want to cling to the cloud. I'm like, I know that guy, sort adjacent. I know him. And then we're like, oh, this game looks sick.
You're
Like
like,
it's
that's
outside.
my best friend. That's my best friend. Someone get a shot.
It was so gassed. And then he scored, and we were just going nuts. And I was like, fuck yeah.
That's exactly why I don't have a voice. That
I
was,
mean, it was insane. Also, it was a sick goal. It was like it was so quick.
yeah.
I don't know anything about hockey, but I was like, that was fucking
It was like, just like a
badass.
one-timer. But he said
Yeah.
he didn't even know it went in at first because it like hit the crossbar. So
Well, you can tell. I was
it was like
watching.
a pause. And then he said
Yeah.
he saw like they had like fireworks go off. And then he was like, oh, it went in.
Well, you could see like his boys around him knew it went in, and he was like,
He was
for
like,
half a
he
second.
needed a reaction. But
It's badass.
before this weekend, he had never scored when I was at a game either. So now I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm not cursed.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That felt good. I was like,
the
he
cat curse.
never scores when I'm there. So that was exciting.
Did you cry on the flight home, or because I had at the end of this weekend? This was one of those weekends where I was like, I'm ready for work because it needs to be over.
No. Because
cried?
I was on the biggest high ever.
God damn it!
I didn't cry, but I didn't cry because like my whole family flew home with me, so I would have been like embarrassed to cry in front of them. But
Yeah.
I was down bad. And now it's just like also the weather is just it's just cloudy every single day that it's just like, oh, that seasonal D is hitting. Depression.
Let me tell you. I've been hitting people with the seasonal date. No, I'm just kidding. I was trying to think of how to phrase that.
Like there's a couple seasonal D's around here. No, but it was
So we had
unreal.
great weekends. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why pod might be a little delayed, but it's fine. But maybe 2 pods from now we could be doing a live pod.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Everyone make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and write reviews so that I can afford to go to New York for the weekend. And we can do a live pod.
Yeah, true. Holy shit. That would be I mean, I wonder if we did it in person and if it would be weird.
I don't think
You
it'd
ever
be
wonder?
weird. I don't think it'd be
I'm
weird.
gonna be so weird.
I think we'd be drinking. Like I think we'll like drink while we
Yeah.
pod.
No, that's
Like, it'll
true.
be our
That-
pregame.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that'll be gas.
And then the morning after to do a recap would be so funny.
You will not be able to get me to do a recap in the morning.
Well,
You're gonna have to
sunglasses.
literally pull. Yeah, the sunglasses on.
But I was
all right,
thinking about the last time when I did a morning recap Sunday morning, I was like, I wish I just had like my pod mic right now because like this is hilarious. Like the morning after is the funniest content that anybody has in their life. Even people who do nothing for social media, just saying everything out loud what you did last night is always outrageous.
100%. I mean, especially if you have a weird group. So, all right, let's get into the girls. Let's make it about them now.
The last thing I have to say,
Okay.
we're bigger than we think, Oz. We are more powerful than we think.
What does that mean?
2 episodes ago, we're saying Instagram needs to make the profile picture bigger. You can click on your profile picture now on Instagram. They updated it after our pod.
If only my Instagram or my phone worked. But yeah, I
You're
gotta
like,
get on that.
This is for us. Round of applause for us. We did it, you guys. We changed Instagram. They heard us.
Wait, that's crazy. They did that?
Yes, you can literally, if you look at someone's profile picture, it says click to enlarge now.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
You see that?
That's so gas. That's awesome. Fuck yes, let's go.
We did that. We
That
did
gets me
that.
amped up.
For the girlies, Alex Earl has been wearing basically Met Gala fits to Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. before we started taping, Kat pronounced it like
Mardi Gras.
Martise. No, you didn't. It was like Mardi Gras.
Mardi
You
Gras.
pronounced it so badly.
What is
And I was
it?
like, it's Mardi Gras.
I feel like, what does that mean? What language is that?
No idea, but it's.
I feel
it's
like
a
it should be
New
like
Orleans
Party
tradition.
Gras.
Well, I mean, I think it has a history to it that is. I don't think it's just Party Gras. Like they didn't just name it for party.
Well, okay. Well, she's just been popping off with some crazy fits.
Like what has she been wearing? Give me an example. I'll
Just
envision it.
This all pink, like with a hood and fluffy, and I don't even know how to describe it. I guess it's like if like a fluffy Teletubby came to life and was light pink, and Barbie
And was a 10.
had a baby. That's, I guess.
And was really hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been crazy.
I'm envisioning it. That doesn't feel very Mardi Gras to me.
No, it didn't seem like it, but you just do what you could do whatever you want.
Who is she dating? Is she dating anybody yet? Like, what's going on with her? That
Oh,
she
there
made
were
this
so
big
she
stink about her
posted-
boyfriend
she
cheating on her.
She posted a TikTok with her friend saying like she wanted to start she wanted to like stir the pot, and her friend was like, no, don't stir it, and everybody was saying it was like somebody's ex-boyfriend. It might have been Tyga. This could be misinformation.
No, she could be saying like stir the pot as a hint, and she's dating like Bobby Flay. You ever think about that? Like maybe she's dating a chef. That
Makes
would be
sense.
funny.
That definitely makes sense.
Bobby Flay's a fucking stud.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I think that Alex Earl is played out. Not just saying that as a hot take. Clip that, huh? Hey, Alex Earl, you're played out. You know,
I feel like she's reached like untouchable level. Like there's just a level you get to where it's just like untouchable. I feel like she's there.
I literally never see her videos. She's never popped up on my account once.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
She's just never, and I'll get girls, but I get girls.
Yeah,
Okay.
we get it.
I get.
He do be getting the girls.
I do be though. But Alex Earl is not on my radar.
That's crazy because she's on every girl's. Like, I don't know a girl that she's not on their For You page. Like, she's on my mom's For You page.
I wonder if she's on my mom's. I'll ask my mom.
Probably.
Okay, so she's wearing all this stuff. I just want to know. I saw a video. Actually, I saw one video of her talking to her ex.
Oh.
It wasn't like her video. It was like a pop.
Well, yeah, she
paparazzi
probably
video.
just like ran into him in LA and like told him all the amazing things she's doing, and then like said bye, and then probably went and hung out with another guy that night. As she should.
She definitely got with her ex.
Because you've never gotten with an ex, Oz. Oh, let's shame people for getting with their exes. Okay. I'm gonna let you go off easy, and I'm gonna move on.
You know what? An ex's birthday,
nice
an ex's birthday came and went, and I didn't text just because of this show. I almost did, but I didn't.
Wow, you're growing. You're growing up.
You should be proud. You should be proud of me.
I am, but I'm still saying that's never not happened.
It's cap as fuck.
I also am starting to get over weddings. They're too much.
Never been to one.
It's people's weddings for 3 years now. Like, you get married for a day. And it's too much in the sense where now, if you click on someone's TikTok bio, it's literally like bride to be. And their whole TikTok is like what they're doing for their wedding and how they're making their cards and stuff. Like, their whole thing is bride to be. People are brides for 3 years now. It's like you used to just be a bride for a day.
You could get, if you were getting married, you would make so much content out of it. I would do the same.
If I was getting numbies, for sure. But everyone's doing it, and I'm starting to get over it. It's like now people are doing multiple bachelorette parties with multiple groups of fans. And then you have engagement parties. And then you have welcome parties. And then you have the wedding. And then you have morning after brunch. And it's just becoming so much. It's like the wedding used to be a day. And now it's 3 years of your life. It's your personality. It's like your new job. When, like, Facebook, you do, like, a Facebook status. It's like your perma Facebook status of, like, for 3 years. Getting married.
Yeah, guess whose fault that is? Is that the guy's fault? No. Almost ever. Will the guys be the ones? Like, for me, a wedding, I want it to be a really good engagement. Like, yeah, it'd be cool to like have our family there right after, but I also don't really care.
Every time I've ever seen an engagement party, it looks way more fun than the wedding. Every time. Because it's like, everyone's like, oh shit, they're getting married. And everyone just gets lit and dances. And it's like, no stress. It always looks more fun than the actual wedding. And they always keep it a smaller group. And then the wedding is always like more people that you don't actually want there. It's like, why isn't that just get engaged and get elope and send it?
I kind of want a small wedding.
Same.
I think.
The bigger the wedding, the more problems and people to be responsible for. And that just sounds awful. How is that celebrating you guys?
I would like to just hand it off to someone, which I guess that's what I'll do with my wife. But like, I just, like, you just do all of it and I'll just
be there.
I don't give a fuck what the flowers look like. I don't care what the venue is, as long as it's not terrible. But even then, I don't care. I want to show up. I want to get married. I want to eat good food. I want the cake.
I forgot also the engagement photo shoot. There's like
that shit's
to have a wedding is like 10 different dates of things before the wedding even happens now. Bridal shower.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want a bachelor party.
I don't think you even know everything that you would have to do for a wedding.
Oh, I don't. I've never been to one. I don't know. And I've never watched one play out. One time when I was like 3, my aunt got married when I was like 3. I got naked and ran around. That's literally what happened. Maybe I was 2. Butt ass naked. That's the only thing that's the only wedding I've ever been to. Well, I mean, chicks wish they were there.
Yeah.
But
I also think that bachelor and bachelorette parties should happen like 2 dates in. Because
2 dates?
Listen to me. By the time that you have your bachelor and bachelorette party, like, that is not your last weekend single. Like, you haven't been single in 3 years. Like, imagine how fun it would be if, like, your friend goes on 2 good dates and then you're like, let's throw a bachelorette party. And you just do, like, a small pregame at your apartment. And then she actually goes out and just kisses a bunch of boys that night. That would be way more fun than a bachelor and bachelorette party.
Literally.
Because now I feel like.
What are we talking about? What are we
talking
mean? About?
The whole point of a bachelor and a bachelorette party used to be, in the old days, your last night single before getting married. That's what it was. Your last night out with the boys single before you're married. When you do a bachelor party now, you're not single.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you're about to get married in like the next couple of days. You're not going to go and hook up with a bunch of girls.
A lot of people do. What
are we talking about?
I'm not supporting it, but a lot of people do. And then it's like they're too close to the wedding that they just have to let it go. Also, I feel like in the past, they probably used to cheat on their fiancés a lot. But now, like, there's just no way they could get away with it. Because it's like, if you're out, if like you're like a groom and you like dance with a girl, some other girl's making a TikTok about it. Like, if you're engaged to Chad and he's at a bachelorette party in Arizona, he was dancing with me tonight.
I love those TikToks. There's like one every few months. It's like, I was in Vegas this past weekend. I hooked up with this guy who was on his bachelor party, whatever.
Which as he should be canceled.
Fuck.
But that's why I'm saying that you should go on a bachelor or bachelorette parties like 2 dates in, like. And it would be way more fun because you would just go and be wild and you could kiss everybody and it would be fine before
how could you possibly foresee? So you have to do this every single time you go out on like a date?
No, it would just be funny.
There's going to be one every weekend.
But it would be fun to do, like 2 like good dates and you're like, ooh, I might want to make it serious with this person. Then you just do like a fun one. It's a good excuse for just do like a girls trip. Everybody needs like at least one a year. And then you just pretend it's someone's bachelorette party. That would be so fun.
Yeah, it would be fun, but, I'm going to say logistically doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I guess.
And I'm a logistics guy.
Well, that's because it's also a huge shebang now. You got to go to a different country and stuff for 7 days, so.
What? Well, I don't know. I feel like you and I have a very different idea about a bachelor party. I thought it would be like, we go out and get beers and like, I don't know, do something like
You're not going to go to a different state?
I don't care that much. I don't like sleeping in my own bed. I don't like sleeping somewhere else. Okay. I just don't, I don't bother me, That's my whole thing. But also I won't plan it. My friends will plan it. Because again, I don't want to fucking plan anything. So, and knowing them, they'll be like, we gotta go to Vegas, and I'm gonna kill them when that happens. So,
And you're
what about you? What are you gonna get a male stripper?
I don't know.
You're one of those people that will. You totally will.
What is that supposed to mean?
Because you're like I feel like you are always in it. You're always in it for the bit.
The difference is I feel like male strippers are like funny to girls.
Yeah,
or like
no, it
girl
is.
strippers are like hot to guys.
Yeah, no.
And that's a drastic difference.
I still wouldn't feel good if my like wife to be had a male stripper, but I feel like it's way less bad.
And you know when it wouldn't hurt your feelings? 2 dates in.
I still, if I found out that she threw a bachelorette party after our second date, there will be no more dates. So I don't understand this. I think
it's a good idea.
You know, I think that it was a good thought. I think it should have maybe stayed right in your mind.
Okay. Everybody's been saying that to me lately. Just shut your mouth. I'm like, God damn it.
We realized that Kat shouldn't talk about the fucking NFL ever. That's what we learned last week, 2 weeks ago, right?
I think ripped. That as astronomically wild that take was, there were still people who agreed with me. So I was not, even how crazy and maybe dumb it was, there were still people who agreed with me.
You know, I think that could be used. I would say a lot of the world leaders that were evil had a very similar thought process. Okay. You know, there's a couple people who say what I'm saying is right. So, you know, this is...
I will not be running for office anytime soon, so you don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, thank God. Anything else for the girlies?
No, and just lastly, wing womaning's really fun. If you're in a relationship, like, and you kind of don't feel like going out, if you just think about the night and you're like, I'm going to wing woman. Like, everybody else has like a task to get a guy that night. You're like, I'm going to get my friend a guy tonight. It becomes a lot more fun. Like giving yourself a task for the night to achieve. I think that's how we get the relationship girls to go out with their friends. That's love what they should be doing
the whole time. That should be the whole thing. My friend came from Atlanta, and he has a girlfriend, and I don't even think we really did it because again, he doesn't have much riz. But you know, I was like, oh, this will be fun, and he was like, yeah, we're gonna try. You know, it didn't work out. It wasn't successful, but probably my own fault. But yes, I agree. There's no reason for a person in a relationship to be like, oh, you know, I'm going to stay in because, like, you know, it's, I don't know.
It just makes it more, I've noticed that if I go, like, me going out with my newly single friend is so fun for me because it's just like, I'm part of the task. Like, I feel like I'm part of a team. Like, let's find you a man.
Yes. I kind of also, even as someone who's not in a relationship, like I've found that doing like talking to girls in like a 2-man team is way more fun than doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
Like me and my buddies, like there always seems to be like we'll gravitate towards each other, like me and one other person, and then we'll be like, okay, let's go talk to them, or like something like that will play out.
The wingman is the most fun assignment position of a night out.
Also, like I just spent the craziest part about doing the 2-man is that like, especially in the dynamic of a guy, it's like, I just spent the whole night making fun of this kid to his face. Like we were just ripping the shit out of each other because that's what guys do. But the second that it's time to like wingman your boy, you're like, this guy's the best. I love him. He's my best friend. Like he's the best guy in the world. My favorite thing, and it's, no, my favorite thing.
You were going to say it? You were going to say it?
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. My favorite thing, and I'm not saying it, like, it's not cool to, like, lie when it's important, but sometimes I'll just make up, like, insane stuff. I'll be like, yeah, like, he just sold a tech company for $20 million.
I fucking love when people do that on TikTok, and someone will just be like, does anybody know this boy Jeff? And all these boys everyone will be commenting and be like, Jeff saved my cat from a tree last week.
Yeah,
Jeff
he gave me his
Jeff gave my aunt his kidney.
Yeah, like shit like that. And it's like obvious to the girls that like that's not true. So like that's what makes it funny.
So I love that.
I also like fake name, and then like 5 minutes in, you're like, that's not my name. I don't know. I always just feel guilty whenever I lie, but I think it's funny to start out with it.
I like
also,
it.
if it goes badly, then they don't know you, you know? So,
right.
And if it goes well, then at some point you pull out your license and you say, you know, that's not my name. Sorry that I lied.
That's not my name. That's not my name. All right, take it away, gentlemen.
My life has been consumed by alcohol this week, boys, but also this new Netflix documentary about the PGA Tour. Everybody should watch it. If you're
Is
a
it
girl, if you're a
Full
guy,
Swing? What's it called?
it's called Full Swing. It's so good. Like they did the documentary for like F1 and Drive to Survive, and they were like, oh, why don't we put a spin on that for golf?
Yeah, it's Full
And I honestly think that being the wife of a golfer, yes, I'm sure they have to deal with like a lot of stress because it's like obviously it's a tough job. It is so sick. I mean, I'm watching like Dustin Johnson is married to Paulina Gretzky, who's a model, so whatever. But like you look at any of
Wayne Gretzky's daughter. Let's not leave that out.
Yeah, whatever.
Kind of an important detail.
Yeah, true. The lifestyle is so intense for like the golfers because I didn't realize, and I watched golf and I was captain of my golf team, big golf or whatever, no big deal.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Big golfer. I would kill you out on the course.
Probably. I only started a year ago.
I've seen videos of you golfing.
I also will say before you finish, to the girls who were like, I couldn't care less. I swear to God in my life, I used to say when my dad and my brother would have golf on in our living room, I would say, I would rather watch grass grow than watch golf.
No.
I love golf now. I've grown up and I love it. It's the coolest sport ever. I wouldn't bat an eye at a golfer, and now I'm like, this is the sport. I can't believe I ever looked down on it. Shame on me.
Plus, if you're a girl and you really, really, really want to get on a guy's good side, you'll say that you like golf and you'll say that you'll go golf. And then, because I'm going to tell you right now, no offense to the girl. No offense to the girls. I mean, yeah, no offense to the girls.
I feel like I'm about to be offended.
No guy likes playing with a girl, and I'll explain. It's not in a rude way. It's because they have to go up to the next tees, and it takes a little bit longer, and it slows down the flow. So the best thing in the world that you can say to a guy is, "Yeah, I love golf. I'd love to sit in the cart with you while you play." That's my fucking dream. Like she drinks and hangs out and runs the aux, and I play golf. That's my dream. I'm waiting for a girl to come and sit in the cart with me, because then there's no slowdown. I can just go and rip. What just happened to your mic?
It just fell off.
Do you think that that's a rude thing to say? I'm not saying that it's because
Yes.
like girls are bad to play with. It's just it's going to the next tee, and then like I don't know. It slows it down for sure. Even how about this? I'll say even like when I play with my dad, and he like maybe sometimes he'll play a tee up because he's older. It just slows it down. So I
Did
don't
you
know.
ever think that when guys hit from the back tees and put it into the trees, that slows the game down?
Yeah, but I don't put it in the trees.
What about if the girl hits it off the back tees?
Then that feels great. But usually there is there is a disparity in distance. Sometimes there isn't.
You never play with an elderly gentleman who also can't hit it off the back tees?
I just said my dad. He can't play from the back tees, so he has to be up one, and we either just move up with him, which is okay, or we like, have to do the whole shuffle up to the next tee. He's got to get out.
That has just made me absolutely dial in for the first nice day. I'm getting on my grind so that when we play golf, I just smoke you and you can never say that again.
Literally won't happen. But,
I'm fuming right now.
I would put all of the money that I'll ever make in my entire life in a match against you on the line. All the money
serious?
I will ever. Yeah, I mean, I'm so
Okay.
confident that you.
I'm so excited. The first nice day we're playing golf. I'm so fucking excited.
That's totally fair.
You're done.
Okay.
You're legit done.
I'm willing to put a lot of money on the line for this match.
That's great. Put as much as you want.
You're gonna have to match it, if we.
You never said that.
Well, then that's how a bet works, Kat. we could do a spread, but.
Also, watch the documentary. You'll have something to talk about with boys.
This documentary is amazing. Watch the documentary, and Amanda something, the golf reporter in that, might be the prettiest woman I've ever seen. I'm in love with her, so that's something else to watch for.
Well, she probably
Besides
wouldn't
that,
bat a fucking eye at you for saying that you don't like to golf with girls because they have to play up a tee. So
I wasn't saying
reject
I don't
him,
like.
Amanda.
fuck. This was actually this might get me in a lot of hot water. I wasn't saying that. I'm saying playing with some. How about this? It was wrong of me to say girls. I'm gonna try to really backtrack on this. Just if we're not on the same
we're not even gonna
tees,
give you the time. We're running out of time. Gotta move on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Gotta
All
move on. He said, she said.
Yes.
Nothing more for the guys. You don't deserve anything more after that. We're moving on to he said, she said, because you deserve nothing else after that. Okay, questions.
I wasn't saying. Just kidding. Just go.
Questions from you guys this week. Let's get right into it. Is it bad that I gave my boyfriend something for Valentine's Day and received nothing back?
Well,
yeah. Yeah.
It's not good.
It's not good. No.
No. Is
Couldn't be
this
worse,
like
actually.
a pattern? Is this a pattern? You know, like
No,
is he
so
not
it was
usually getting
our
gifts?
first Valentine's Day, and it was my first Valentine's Day that I had a significant other, and he knew that. No, don't laugh.
Yeah, not a good sign. I don't know. How could that be? What else could that be? Why would you even ask that question? Oh, yeah, it's great that he didn't get you
I feel like
anything.
I made it abundantly clear to not do that. Like, if you
But
were
also,
on
what
the
did she get
fence
him?
about him getting you something, you should have just gotten an edible arrangement or something that you really like that is for you. But if he gets you something, you just pull it out of your car and you're like, this is for you. But otherwise, it was your gift to yourself from you. That's pathetic. What a loser. How do you not
Like
get
the
her a
girl-
card?
Oh, you're talking about the guy. Yeah, that's a tough one. But also, I could feel this being like a classic. Like she told him, we're not going to do anything for Valentine's Day. And then he like actually believed it.
We're not going to do anything still means you should get a card. Like
a card.
nothing. You should get me nothing. I don't want anything. I don't want any presents. Get a card and flowers.
Yeah, maybe.
1,000%. Even if she says she hates flowers, you should still get her flowers. No girl is going to get flowers and be mad that they got flowers. That's a fact.
That seems fair. But no, it's not a good sign. And that's where
No.
I stand on that. All right, give me the next
think
one. That is fucking.
there's
Why would you even?
nothing more
Why
to
would they even
say.
ask that? What the
There's-
hell?
That is just atrocious.
just dumb.
Yeah, that's really bad. You should take your gift back.
Mhm.
Should the honeymoon phase end after you've made things official? No.
No, it
No,
doesn't,
no,
it
no,
doesn't
no,
need
no,
to
no.
ever end. You're trying to hold on to that for as long as you can. The relationship just gets terrible after that. You
If
hate
it-
each other after that.
Yeah. If it ends, you're with the
Okay.
wrong person. It should never end. My friend who's married says that.
No, shut up. That is so absurd. It ends at some point.
No, it doesn't.
And you guys just start to coexist and it gets fun. There's no way that you have the same feeling. Well, it's actually different because you're freaking long distance. So it's different because of course you're going to be like all really giddy whenever you see your boyfriend. But like if you live with your boyfriend, you physically should not be getting butterflies every single time you see him because then you're just going to be
Well, not every single time,
nauseous.
but it's like the overall feeling should be similar. Though I don't think it ever ends with the right person.
I don't think that it stays the same as it felt the first 2 months. Like I don't think that it should. Like because the thing is the honeymoon phase, and I'm gonna get really deep here. The honeymoon phase is not healthy because you're overlooking certain aspects of the person. You're only seeing the good. You're not taking in any of the bad.
But if there's not bad,
But there always is. It's the thing about a relationship is that like arguments and having disagreements and having things that are different from one another is as important as having things that are similar because there's still an individual aspect of a relationship that each person brings to it. So a honeymoon phase is fun. It's lust. It's not love. And that's where I stand on that. And that's deep. That's fine.
after thinking about it more, I feel like it changes, but I still don't think it should ever go away. I think it just looks a little different.
I think it evolves, but I don't think that you can call it the honeymoon phase anymore because I don't think it is. I think it's just love. Like I think the honeymoon phase is the initial lust, and then you move into love, and love is a more complex thing than just lust in the honeymoon phase. I'm not saying like I think love is better than the honeymoon phase. I don't think that the honeymoon phase is like at all. I think it's just like, oh, it's fun, but if it went on like that forever, you would get nothing done. Like think about how much you thought about your boyfriend. I'm sure you still think about your boyfriend all the time, but think about how like everything was about him for the first 2 months. Like, oh my God, like that's not a healthy way to live.
I feel like I don't know anything anymore.
Why do you?
I feel broken. My frame feels
Why?
broken.
I feel like why? Are you saying that I'm wrong?
I don't know anymore. I don't like that.
Oh, God,
I don't know if you're wrong.
I'm right.
I hate this.
Clip that one. I want to see what people think of that.
Yeah, me too. I need to move on. I feel weird.
Oh, shut up. You're fine.
What do you think about guys using a lot of punctuation and emojis when they text?
So I have an incredible story.
No.
So I have a friend. I'll get through it quick. I have a friend. He's not from the Northeast. He's from Middle America. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but he's just different from all
state?
of our. I don't want to say because it might single him out. so he uses emojis like way too often. Like they're a part of his regular vocabulary where he'll send the laughing crying emoji and shit. And one time we were going through his text with a girl that had already said what is your address? Like I want to come over. Like he already has this girl it basically down. Like she's down. And he's like, oh, this is gonna be so fun, tongue out emoji, smile. And we're reading through these texts next day, and we're like, bro, what do you you had this down? You're literally playing against yourself.
We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
And so we've been trying to get him to lessen the emojis because they're not cool. There's no, unless you're using them ironically, there's no cool way to use an emoji.
No.
I'll use the smiley face if it's colon and parentheses, and that's only if I'm talking to
I'll use this one in a sarcastic way. Aye, Captain.
Yeah, okay. I use that with you as well. But that's funny though. That's
in
different.
a sarcastic way. I would
when
the tongue out.
If my friend's trying to riz with an emoji, it's like, bro, you're off, dog. This isn't happening.
If you're in your life ever think it's a good idea to send the eggplant emoji, it's not. It's not.
I send the eggplant. I'm kidding. I'm sending the eggplant. That's insane. I think sending the eggplant gives off the same effect as sending a dick pic.
It's just the exact same.
What are you doing?
It is the exact same effect. It is the exact same level of rated.
Well, I actually don't think it is though.
I do.
I mean,
if you were to receive that, it feels the exact same.
I think it feels weird, but imagine if someone just sent a dick pic to you unsolicited. That's pretty insane.
I feel equally.
So if I sent you
wait, what's the word I want to think of? I feel equally
violated. Yeah. I would say that if I sent you the eggplant emoji, you would probably be less thrown off than if I sent you a dick pic.
I don't know.
What do you... No.
They're both just volatile.
What are we talking about? On the other hand, punctuation in text is cool. But
that's actually funny because in the old days, we would probably kill for the emojis. And then when we got them, we were like, yeah, emojis. And now it's you can't be using them.
Well, I still think they're sick. Whenever a new update comes out, I try to toss them in there. But I can't. Yeah, I do it for a day. And then I'm like, okay, fuck this. But using punctuation over text is cool. I've been doing it my whole life. I use commas so much that people make fun of me.
I use incorrect punctuation.
See that? No.
I never do a comma. I do ... And then every single time I have a thought, I send the text. So if I have a
I do that too. I'm trying
every
not
single sentence is a different text. Oh my God, send.
Yeah, we do
You'll never believe
this.
Send. I was at the store and guess who I saw? Send. Blah, blah, blah. Send. We need to hang out tonight. Send. And then we need to go to this place. Send. Wait, he just texted me. Send.
I'm going through my friend's phone, trying to text someone from it. And I see that he has the first letter cap lock off. Immediately lost respect for him. If you turn off, I guess if you're a girl, it's okay. I don't know why. It just feels, I feel like a lot of girls
feminine.
have that.
It feels cute. Well,
yeah, it's it's a little cute, but it's also
mine's uppercase.
Good,
Mine used to be lowercase. I think I just updated my phone and didn't change it back.
No, leave it. It really does piss me off when
I think it's kind of cute.
No, it's just come on, let's.
It comes in it comes in a friendly, little delicate manner. Hi, lowercase h.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just like you. You know what I think? I think you went out of your way.
is hi, and the uppercase hi is hi.
You're overthinking this.
I'm not.
I'm saying, think about it like this. When I see someone whose punctuation is lowercase from the start, that means that I know that they went into their settings. They scrolled all the way through, clicked in, went and found the button, and then turned it off. They went through at least 5 clicks of effort so that they would sort of look cool. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Just leave it. Stop. I'm very passionate about this. I'll go on a tangent. I will end it here. Outro us. I'm pissed. I'm kidding. Do we have anything else?
No.
Then stop turning off your caps lock. Outro us.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it, you guys.
Is the music on? Is the
I guess
music
that's
on?
the ending. Yep, music's on.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much
Mike's
for
in my
listening.
hand.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate us on Apple Podcasts. Please write reviews. We need them. We love you. And we'll be back next week with even more chaos than this week. Thank you. We love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
The music's still playing, huh?
Yeah.